show 'em. My dog, I ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set, my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, Ben Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Send them God, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I moved to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy. A crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Looking to throw right away, Hayner. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Right back to Spears. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Hayner. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. I'll tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Gets around him, and he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And this taken in by Downs. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 9 now. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw here. Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sam Laporta from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hayner looking to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Darnell Washington, a 20-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Jaguars 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw again. This is caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from the 1.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Downs going in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hayner looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The Spears with another carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 3rd and 10. Painter. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Going for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Downs, 89 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Painter here to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Painter on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Out of the gun to give to Spears. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Painter will throw on 1st down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Flush to his right. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Painter from the gun on 3rd down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. Here's Hayner. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. It'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup on 17. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. That one let go deep for Laporta. And this is taken in at the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Downs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hand off to Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Hayner. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They are going to go for it. Here's Hayner. That is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Touchdown, Jaguars! Josh Downs with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Hayner sets to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Washington first down.
Here's a give to Spears. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing on 2nd down, Hayner. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost it.
They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he's able to break out at 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And it's 3rd down.
Hayner here from the gun. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Jeff Smith, 71 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th-quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
42. Commanders 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19s. Should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
79 Bronco. Bronco 18. Take go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Smith to return it. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Hayner. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hayner throwing again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Hayner looking to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Hayner wants to throw it again. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Hayner. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Darnell Washington, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
42. Commanders 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 2nd and 8. This pass left side to Downs. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.